Back with another one. I'm Robert Sawyer.
And I'm Mrs. Sawyer.
And together, we are the only black kids in the class.
class.
Mrs. Sawyer, we've got so many stories. I don't even know if we have time for homeroom.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
What's going on with you? Oh, you taking too long. Taking too long.
Taking too long? Okay. Well.
What's going on with you?
A lot.
Such as
I'm just very busy. Just a very busy time. I think it's like that last quarter push for the year. There's a lot of things going on. Yeah, I think that's the only way to summarize it. It's just everywhere. But, it's all good.
To me, you handle it so well. You stay cool as a fall breeze with the autumn leaves.
Ooh, I like that. That was a nice one. Yeah, I kind of like just keep going.
Oh no! When you take time for rest.
So I've done a much better job. I can say like overall the whole year, but I'm really being mindful about it now. It's like the last push. There's a lot of things going on, so I'm making time.
Dope.
Yeah.
You want to get into an Ask the Black Kids?
Sure. Let's go.
I think there's a lot to cover today.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. This one comes from too much to handle or too intimidating.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't get it. I know I'm attractive, like undeniably.
Okay.
I get compliments all the time. And honestly, I turn heads when I walk into a room. But for some reason, men just don't approach me. It's almost like they're too scared or something. I mean, I'm funny, smart, and I look good. So what's the problem? I'm starting to think I intimidate them because, let's be real, they probably don't think they can measure up. Ain't nobody wrote that shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I've had friends say that I give off a vibe, but I'm not rude or anything. Sure, I carry myself like I'm the full package because I am. I know what I bring to the table. But why should that scare them off? If anything, they should be lining up. Sometimes I wonder if guys just avoid me because they're afraid they can't keep up, or maybe they want someone more basic. It's wild to me that I'm still single when I know a lot of guys would want to be with me. So is it that men can't handle someone like me, or are they just insecure? Would love to know what you think because I'm honestly confused at this point. Thanks. Love the show.
Well, I don't think they have a problem with confidence.
Nothing wrong with that?
There. No, I don't. I do find that but I think it goes both ways, but the way that we traditionally feel that people are supposed to talk to a woman and all those like things like as be the initiator of like relationships.
A woman's supposed to be the initiator?
No, the man's supposed to be the initiator, like approaching the woman to be the initiator. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes when you are that confident or, you're not looking for someone to like take care of you kind of thing. I do find that some men are, that's not what they want, which it sounds like she wouldn't want those men anyhow. So I hear where they're coming from that point of view, but maybe it just takes.
But she's not getting the men she does want.
I didn't hear that she's not getting the man. She's saying that she should have someone because she's the full package, and she doesn't understand why she's being single.
If she was getting the people she wanted, she wouldn't be single.
Okay.
So help her out. Why aren't men approaching her?
I don't know. I don't know. There has to be something.
I have some ideas.
Okay.
Things have changed a lot. Mm-hmm. And so the message now is do not approach women. It's the message. It's the message. When you put do not DM, when you put I ain't talking to y'all, when you put no dusties, when you put if you're under 6'7", do not apply. When that's the message you put out over and over again, you're saying do not talk to me. I'm not saying she does that. I don't know if she does. But
I would need to know a little more context of all that stuff. But I hear what you're saying. To me, that's a kind of a sorry excuse too. And I get that for like the general masses, but you really want to talk to somebody, you talk to somebody.
Yeah.
That's like that's
So
what
why
that
aren't they
is.
talking to her?
That's what I'm saying. There's something else. There's something not being discussed there.
She says she knows what she brings to the table.
Okay.
She's
that's fair to
attractive. She
know.
turns heads.
Okay.
They'll look.
Yeah. Okay. Looking is not the same as having a relationship.
I bet you her less stunning girlfriend's got somebody.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like there's more there.
Such
And where
as-
is she looking? Right. If you're only looking at people that make you the highest
Perhaps
of high,
the problem is
they're not going to meet your qualifications.
But perhaps the problem is she's not looking and she's just waiting for them to look at her.
Oh, that's
Maybe
a
she needs to be
possibility
more
too.
proactive.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of women say they don't shoot their shot,
Yeah.
but
How many men have she gone up to?
if she's not shooting her shot, she ain't gonna score no points. So
Fair. Very fair.
if you're just waiting for someone to step up and no one's stepping up, perhaps you might want to step up. But a lot of women will say, no, I don't do that. Men talk to me.
Okay, we can keep waiting.
You are not helping at all with this advice.
No, I'm not. I'm not the good one for that.
Oh, not a girl's girl?
That's something about that's something about being a girl's girl.
I think you're a girl's girl.
I look, I'm happily married, but I never have a hard time. I never have a problem with like men talking or wanting to engage in conversation and things. So I really don't understand that.
So you know how it is for me.
So I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right person to help them.
Damn.
What?
Cold-blooded.
I'm not cold-blooded.
Look, I'm happily married. It could never be me.
No, I'm just saying.
It could never be me. I
I'm
don't
just
have
saying,
those
like,
problems.
someone who was always like, it's hard to always say that it's everyone else but you. Like that to me means that you need to look.
Hold on. You starting now. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That's Michael Jackson. You gotta look at the man in the mirror.
Okay.
Or the woman in the mirror.
Okay. You're getting there.
What? I don't know what you're trying to get to.
You're beginning to cook. You see turning on the eye of the stove. You about to cook right now.
I don't know what you're saying.
And she's done. All right.
I'm done.
If you're the common denominator,
Yeah. You might something. I'm telling you, it's either you're looking in the wrong places, the wrong people, right? Like if you have to make sure that you're this all the time and you're only in the pool down here, 'cause that's what happens too. Like some people are like, oh, I'm this, and that, but your crew is way beneath you.
there is credence. There is
So,
credence
there's people who
to
do that.
men not approaching women as much, though. I mean, a lot of guys.
I hear you.
A lot of men talk to me. I see. I make content that in the comments, guys complain, say I'm pandering to women, and in the DMs they say, "Hey, bro, you understand them? Help me out."
Yeah, I get that.
All my content where I say this is why he does this, this is why he does this. In the comments, they hate me, and in the DMs, hey, bro, help me out.
You.
What's the sauce? And
But to me, this type of woman doesn't want that man that's not gonna just come talk to her.
Okay, but if she's asking why they're not, and I'm telling you the reasons why they're not.
Okay.
Some of them are intimidated. Some of them really don't know how. But it's
Yeah.
not that they're all insecure. Some of them don't want to be bothered with the headache.
I hear you. I agree with you. That's what I'm talking about.
You don't get a little bit of a headache vibe from her?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One, she's either around people that are not her level, so she could be at that level, right? Or two,
She's delusional about her level.
correct. This is what I'm telling you. Or three, she you made me lose my thought. Oh, or she's not looking at her. Like she has the status of what she believes she is, but it's not like reality. She might be standoffish. They might be looking at her like, oh no, that stink shit I can't be dealing with. Right? So, I mean, this could be a combination of things.
I remember there was a movie that they put out and they said, whenever the tagline was, whenever you see someone who's so beautiful, gorgeous, all that, just know there's someone that can't stand their ass.
For sure. There's always somebody that can't stand you. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I hope she might not ever get with anybody. She might want to just be with herself.
Okay.
That might be reality,
That's
too.
not why she wrote us. So
Why she wrote it.
I'm going to tell you it's about some reflection.
Yeah.
And understanding how you're showing up both in public and when you're in relationships. It might be something that you're giving off that you're not aware of. So self-reflection, looking within. I love the confidence, not telling you to change your confidence, but what's the thing that's not connecting?
Yep. Listen to some Michael. That's a good song.
We've got a lot of stories. I'm gonna just keep it moving.
I'll keep
It's
moving.
a lot to get to today.
Okay. Get to it.
Am I the asshole for kicking my brother and his new wife out of my house after they tried to redecorate my dead daughter's room while I was at work?
Oh, no.
So this is still pretty fresh, and I'm absolutely fuming. For context, I, 38-year-old female, lost my daughter 2 years ago in a car accident.
Oh.
She was only 14, and ever since that day, I've kept her room exactly as she left it.
Oh.
I don't go in there often, but just knowing that it's there, untouched, brings me comfort. It's like having a piece of her still with me. Her posters, her art supplies, her clothes, all of it is still there. I can't bring myself to change it.
Jeez.
Now, fast forward to a few months ago, my brother, 34-year-old male, and his new wife, 29-year-old female, had some financial issues after blowing a ton of money on a ridiculous, extravagant wedding. They asked if they could stay with me while they saved up for a place. Even though I wasn't thrilled about it, I agreed because, well, family, right?
Oh, boy.
At first, things were fine until recently. I noticed my sister-in-law making comments about how I, quote, shouldn't keep a shrine and how it's, quote, time to move on.
Oh, no.
I ignored her because, frankly, it's none of her damn business how I grieve my
Absolutely.
child. My brother mostly stayed quiet, but I could tell she was getting into his ear. Anyway, I came home from work last week to a literal nightmare. I walked into my daughter's room, and I kid you not, they had taken down all her posters, boxed up her stuff, and had started repainting the walls a hideous beige.
No.
They had moved in a bunch of generic furniture, hung up new curtains, and were apparently turning it into a guest room.
No.
I lost it, screaming, crying, the whole nine. I asked them what the hell they were thinking, and their response? My sister-in-law had the nerve to tell me they did it as a favor to help me move on because it was unhealthy for me to keep the room as it was. I was shaking with rage. I told them to pack their stuff and get the hell out of my house.
That's right.
Immediately.
That's right.
My brother tried to calm me down, saying they meant well and were only trying to help me let go.
Nope.
He even tried to make me feel guilty by saying they had nowhere else to go right now.
Oh, well.
As if that would make me suddenly forgive them for destroying the last piece of my daughter I had left.
Nope.
I told them I didn't care, and they had crossed an unforgivable line.
Yes.
Now, my whole family is divided. My parents think I overreacted and say I'm being heartless for kicking them out.
Nope.
They keep saying they were just trying to help. They didn't mean any harm.
They can go
and
stay
that
with
I'm
them.
being too harsh because people grieve differently. They're even suggesting I apologize and let them move back in.
Nope.
My brother is still texting me, asking me to reconsider, saying they're in a tough spot.
Oh, well.
But all I see when I look at him is betrayal.
Oh, well.
So am I the asshole for kicking them out and refusing to even consider letting them back in after what they did?
Nope. Not at all.
Top comment, not the asshole. Your parents can frankly shut the hell up.
Yep.
They know damn well your
can go stay
scumbag
with
brother
them.
and his
They
scumbag
can
wife
go stay
were
with the
trying
parents.
to take over your daughter's
Correct.
room. So they have more space for themselves, and they still disrespected their granddaughter's memory to try and gaslight you otherwise. The utter nerve of your brother and sister-in-law. They are the way they are precisely because no one has told them no before you.
No. Screw that shit. I hope that thing is over.
Wrap that shit up.
That's
bro.
done.
They got
There's no forgiving that.
If the parents are so concerned, why
No, they can go live with them.
They don't open the
Go
door.
stay with them. Go stay
Family
with them.
matters.
No. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Asqueroso.
Yes.
I honestly, I don't even really have a whole lot to say about that.
No, I don't.
That's
That's a bad. Those are bad humans.
Disrespectful.
Those are bad humans, and you cannot force somebody to grieve the way you see fit. They didn't even care about the grieving. They just wanted more space or doing whatever the hell they did.
I need
And
more
the
space
fact-
in your house.
And the fact that you're gonna touch, you had the audacity to touch the stuff on the wall and box it.
And generic furniture.
My gosh, and paint the wall.
I thought they were down bad with the money. How they had money for new
See,
furniture?
don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Get started. Go off, Queen.
No. There's no tolerance for that. There's no coming back. I don't even know if I would talk to my brother again. That's done. That's done. That's terrible. No.
Am I the asshole for standing my ground during a birthday dinner?
Okay.
I, 50-year-old female, have a son who recently turned 18. We were going out to celebrate his birthday with a family dinner with our family and his aunt and uncle. The night before, I asked him where he wanted to go, and he decided on an Indian restaurant we usually go to. Just to see if he wanted to switch it up or try something different because it's a special occasion, I suggested another Indian restaurant we went to once about 5 years ago and recently reopened. He declined, saying that he didn't remember the restaurant and didn't know if the quality would still be the same 5 years later.
Okay.
I then suggested a new sushi restaurant that had caught my eye. He declined again because he didn't want to, quote, run the risk of having a bad restaurant for his birthday. So we stayed with the normal Indian restaurant.
You like it. I like it.
The next day, his aunt and uncle, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, came over. They are very nice people, and my son loves them a lot. I realized that they had already been to my son's chosen Indian restaurant twice already. I didn't want to bore our guests, so I brought up a new Greek restaurant that had also caught my eye and asked my son to look at the menu. He looked through it rather quickly and declined, but then I remembered there was a new Italian restaurant that I wanted to do for my birthday, but I felt like my son would really like too. And when I asked him to look at that place's menu, he said okay. When we arrived at the Italian restaurant that night, we noticed that a more fast food pasta cafe had a location across the freeway. My brother-in-law joked that we could have gone there because it was cheaper. My son laughed, but I personally took offense to that. Dinner gets served, and the food was really good. However, the 2 cake slices for dessert came out rather small, as if they cut it in half and served it to us if it were 2 slices. And sure enough, the bill included 2 desserts, not 1. So I felt like we had been scammed. We passed the same fast food pasta cafe driving back home. My husband joked about how my son chose a fishy restaurant that scammed us. My son says, hey, this wasn't my choice. But then my sister-in-law follows up with a, could have gone to the fast food pasta place and they wouldn't have scammed us for the $20 joke. My son, now laughing, says, well, maybe talk to the person who chose the restaurant. He is being extremely disrespectful towards me, and all these jokes are offensive. It's well past 3 strikes, and I shout that next time I'll keep my effing mouth shut. I'm not going to stand being attacked like this since my son is an adult who can make his own decisions. When we arrived home, my son tried to apologize. I didn't want to hear it. Later on, he tries to ask me how my dinner was. This was a fake attempt to make me feel better and apologize again. So I calmly reminded him again that I didn't want to talk about the dinner, and that was it. I didn't want to be reminded of how I was attacked over a simple restaurant. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Let's get to these comments.
Yes. You're the asshole.
Yes, you're the asshole. How many times does your son have to confirm the restaurant he wants to go to on his birthday?
Correct.
He told you restaurant X. You blew him off and picked the restaurant you wanted to go to on your birthday.
Yep.
Like I said, this is original poster coming back. Like I said, he's an adult. I didn't pick anything. I only gave him suggestions.
Oh, no.
If he truly had a problem, he should have said something.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Poor son.
And she's going back and forth with everybody.
Poor son.
Another commenter said, you're the asshole. How many times does someone have to say where he'd like to go for his birthday dinner? You pestered him out of his pick and act like he's disrespectful of you? For real? Original poster. She with the shits now. The thing is, he was. He did not have to take shots at me, but he did. He did not have to blame me as the one who picked the shitty dinner that he did enjoy, but he did. And if I'm being honest, I consider it merciful that I didn't ground him.
What?
We allow banter and teasing, but we have never tolerated disrespect in our household.
How is that
but
disrespect?
Recently, he's been testing my patience before he goes off to college, and it's very concerning. Grounding someone before they go away to college.
That's ridiculous.
Is wild.
That's her. She's dealing with some other stuff. She's dealing with the fact that he about to leave her. She's dealing with some other stuff. It ain't about.
No, she's dealing with the fact that she's a control freak and it has
Correct.
to be her way or it's not good enough. That's what she's dealing with.
And he's about to be on his own and not need
and not have to check in with her.
Correct.
And do what he wants to do.
Correct.
Because she has to control everybody.
Correct. So he was being the bigger adult in the whole situation. He just turned 18 by picking the place so she can quit asking him the damn questions about where you want to go. He done told you how many times is where you wanted to go. And who cares about the aunt and the uncle being there twice? If that's where you want to go on his birthday, so what?
Like people never go to the same restaurant twice.
Like what's the heck is that? Is it guaranteed? Like I like it. It's my birthday. You don't want to go? Don't come. It's that simple. Oh, you got a Greek place? Oh, this is Italian place? Oh my goodness. And like, she took all his stuff as inferior to him. She didn't like get made fun of. Was the uncle and aunt being disrespectful?
Everyone was being disrespectful to her. But she can't ground them. She can ground him.
Poor son. Bad human. You the asshole.
I'm going to keep it rolling then.
Let's go.
You seem to have...
Yeah, stamped. It's done. That's asshole.
My daughter is going to marry her 2 boyfriends.
What? She gonna marry 2 boyfriends.
My daughter is going to marry her 2 boyfriends.
I don't understand this, but okay.
My daughter, female 23, has been dating these 2 guys on and off, J, M24, and S, male 23. They have been friends for years. I've known both of them since they were kids. J was my daughter's first boyfriend. After time, she started dating S. When both relationships ended, they all stayed friends until J and S started dating in college. I have nothing against gay relationships or whatever, but it's just kind of weird that 2 people share an ex and start dating. Well, I'm not one to judge, I guess.
Sound like you judging.
Sound like you judging. Now, a year and a half ago, my daughter told her father and I that she was in a polyamorous relationship with J and S. She told us that she has always loved them both, and J and S were honest about how they never stopped loving her, and basically, now the 3 of them are in a relationship. Again, I'm not one to judge or pry. I told my daughter that as long as it made her happy, it was fine. Now she and her boyfriends went on a trip a few days ago, and last night she called us excited, saying that J and S proposed to her. Yes, both guys proposed to her at the same time, and she said yes. I congratulated her as genuinely as I could, but honestly, all this seems crazy to me. One thing is dating and another is marriage. I don't know if my concepts are very outdated. I know that open marriages exist, but this seems very strange to me.
Yeah.
Edit. This ended up getting more attention than I expected. Thank you all for your advice. Sorry if I don't respond to all comments. There are many, and heartfelt thanks to those who care about my daughter and those who are brutally honest. I am glad I asked for advice here. Now I don't feel so confused. Some are asking for an update. I'm sorry to tell you that there's nothing to update yet. My daughter will be back from vacation in a few days, and my husband and I, along with the boys' parents, want to talk to them to congratulate them properly, but also ask them some questions. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of congratulations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, guys. So
That thing here.
yeah,
What's this?
I feel like she really wanted to make a post, and the post was gonna go like, "Meet my daughter." You see, my daughter had a problem. Lock in. This is where it gets wicked. Yo, that guy is goated. That guy's storytelling is next level.
Yes.
First comment says, since she can only be legally married to
I was
one,
gonna say, is that even legal?
I'm assuming there will be a commitment ceremony for the other one. Please remind them to talk to a lawyer and get legal paperwork drawn up to protect them. They need to cover next of kin, who can make medical decisions, property stuff, inheritance stuff, etc. And I'm happy for your daughter that she has found love.
Okay.
Say what you really want to say.
I don't get it.
Is it for you to get?
No. That's why I'm not judging it. I just don't get it. But I didn't know you could legally be married to 2 people.
Well, I'm gonna give a hot take.
What?
That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy.
I don't get it.
It's not the poly part that's crazy to me.
The whole thing.
As everyone knows, only Black Kids is a safe space, especially for the poly community.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is we dated, now they dated. Well, let's just bring it all in. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What's crazy to me is we don't want a traditional relationship.
Okay.
Let's get married.
Which is kind of a tradition.
A little bit traditional.
Yeah.
Right? I think they're young. It's not bad to get married young.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it because things tend to change a lot these days, but it's not bad. It's not wrong. I'm not like against it. I'm not like, I wouldn't tell people you can't do it. I just don't know how thought out this is.
It seems like they're just caught up in the moment and they're happy. So I don't know.
That's not a bad thing though.
It's not. So I mean, like if it's a relationship, by all means, like I just don't understand the marriage part.
Legally,
like, how do you decide who is married to who? I don't know. That sounds like going to the dynamic because one's lesser than the other because you're not married. That's I don't know. That's what I said. I don't get it, but it's not for me to get it. And I wish them well.
Hey, just watch Big Love on HBO. You'll
I-
understand it all.
I wish them all well. I wish them had nothing but happiness. That's all I want for people. So I don't.
All you want for people is
Yeah,
happiness?
I want people to be happy.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Come with some of your stories then.
Oh.
Reading all these family stories, what you got?
Am I the asshole for calling my boyfriend a lying piece of shit for not buying me the perfume I wanted for my birthday?
I'd have to hear more.
I, 21 female, am really into beauty, makeup, skincare, perfumes, etc., and collect perfumes. There's one perfume I've been wanting for quite some time now, but it's been way out of my budget. I'm a college student working a part-time job at the movie theater, which pays about $13 an hour, and I have other priorities to pay for, so it's taken a while for me to save up. I'd finally saved up the amount I needed and was planning on buying myself the perfume as a birthday gift. My birthday was 2 days ago. I told my boyfriend, 20 male, this, and he told me to go spend my money on something else and he'd buy me the perfume instead. I told him he didn't have to, considering it's expensive, but he insisted. A few days before my birthday, I asked him if he was sure about buying it and told him again that I had no problem buying it myself. He told me not to worry about it and said he'd already bought it and wrapped it. I thanked him and figured since he'd already bought it that I could spend my money on something else. I took my best friend and my younger sister out to a nice restaurant and to the movies after.
Wait a minute.
I wasted more than half the money I'd saved up, but obviously didn't think anything of it.
No, please continue.
So on my birthday, my boyfriend gave me my gift, and it was a body spray and a bath bomb. I asked him what happened to the perfume, and he told me it was a lot more expensive than he expected and way out of his budget. I got mad at him and asked him why he lied to me and told me to waste my money on something else when he could have easily told me he couldn't afford it and I would have bought it myself. He called me a spoiled brat and said I was expecting too much from him. I called him a piece of lying shit and left after that. I got a few texts from him and his friends calling me names and saying I'm using him for his money. I also got a text from his mom, who I had a great relationship, calling me childish for throwing a temper tantrum when I didn't get my way. I honestly don't see how I'm wrong here, but I'm not that type of person to say sorry if I am. So am I the asshole?
Everyone's the asshole. Everyone's the asshole. Sorry.
You think everyone's the asshole?
I do. What do you think?
I think the boyfriend's the asshole. I don't think the poster's an asshole. Cause she had the money for it. She wanted to buy the perfume. She wanted it. She worked for it. He's like, no, babe, I got you. I got
dead
you.
wrong.
I got you.
He's dead wrong.
So how's she an asshole?
Man, I got this money. Now I can do what I want to do. Let me go call up my homegirl and my sister and let me take them to a restaurant for my birthday and let me take them to a movie. I'm not going to take the guy that's buying me the expensive perfume I really want. That's weird.
Oh, I don't find that weird at all. And she said she spent half of it. She didn't even spend the whole thing on it.
Cool.
No, I don't think that's asshole at all.
Okay.
No.
Even if I was wrong, I'm not the kind of person that would apologize. Isn't that what she said?
Maybe I read that wrong. I don't think that's what she said. What she said?
Maybe I misheard.
Maybe what she said. I honestly don't see how I'm in the wrong here, but I'm not the type of person to not say sorry if I am.
Oh, to not say she's sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So am I the asshole? So she's asking because she's saying if she should be like she needs help. She'll see how she's in the wrong. I don't think she's in the wrong.
I don't think she's in the wrong because he misled her.
And he lied.
Yeah, that's misleading.
Wow.
I don't know why he had to do that. I do think it's a little weird not wanting to spend your birthday with your boyfriend at all. Maybe not an asshole.
They said that's when he gave her the body spray. She went for her birthday. You know, like people celebrate the birthday more than one day. She went out with her like, you know, the birthday celebration with her friend and her sister, but then she got with the boyfriend. That happens. I celebrate the whole month.
If I'm buying you this expensive shit, you should like celebrate your birthday with me.
I think she celebrated the actual day with him.
Good. Love it.
Yeah.
I didn't get that from the story.
Oh, okay.
But if you say, I trust you, I believe you.
Okay.
Okay. So you know what? I take it back. She's not the asshole. because I misheard. I thought she said I wouldn't apologize even if I was wrong. She's not the asshole. He's the asshole. His friends are assholes.
Yeah.
And his mom is an asshole.
Yeah. All bad humans.
Yeah.
No, that boyfriend.
That relationship might have run its course.
Yeah. No, that's done.
I want to move on from that.
There's nothing to talk about for that one. That's finished. Done with
Dunzo.
that. Done. Actually done. She saved up for her perfume. She gonna buy it and he gonna try to front. I got you. Let me go buy that for you. You gonna go on and have some fun. To spend your money. Then you come, you're broke ass.
20-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah, broke ass.
Damn near sound like Sanford and Son. I mean,
well, that's just sound like some stupid shit that would happen.
Wow. You big dummy.
That's it. That's exactly what I heard. You go get some body spray and a bath bomb. No.
You know what's really messed up? She told him, no, it's expensive,
Multiple times.
Yeah. Nah, I got that.
Yeah.
Then 2 seconds later, you're using me for my money.
She,
and I say
dodged
this with love.
Budget.
I say this.
Dodged a bullet.
I say this with love and compassion. You would have to be a 20-year-old to think someone's using a 20-year-old for their money.
Exactly.
Short of if your last name is like Hilton, that kind of realm. Come on, dude. What money is she using you for?
Exactly.
When she was about to buy it herself. So I take it back. I stand corrected.
Okay.
She is not the asshole.
She is not. He's an asshole.
He's a dick.
I think there was an update, but it was very long. I didn't read it.
Whoa. Why even mention that you're not going to give us the full scoop?
I think they ended up breaking up.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to work it out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think they ended up breaking up because whatever. That's a... When you read when you when I first read the title, it's like, oh, she does sound like a little spoiled one, like you didn't buy me what I wanted, kind of thing. But that really wasn't what it was. Jerk.
Am I the asshole for calling my friend privileged after she helped me? I kind of feel like it's in the title.
Yeah, that's already got me kind of.
My friend, 35-year-old female, and I, 35-year-old female, are high school friends, and we still live in the same city together. She is a software engineer, and I'm a nursing attendant. The benefits she gets are insane. Work flexibility, unlimited PTO, work from home, etc. That's the only stuff I know about. There could be others. Not to mention, even though I don't know her salary, it's much higher than mine. Even compared to nurses, which also requires a bachelor's, her benefits are much better. I often feel jealous and mad at myself for not pursuing education and getting a cushy job that doesn't involve bodily fluids. I know I'm not good with computers, so what she does isn't an option, but my job involves shift work, verbal abuse, and occasionally more and consistent drama from everyone. My daycare ends at 6 p.m. sharp, and I was basically commanded into staying at 7 p.m. due to staffing shortages. I didn't want to, and when I called the daycare, they said I had to pay $75 for a member of staff to stay another hour and a half. My husband works nights and went to work at 4, and my in-laws weren't answering, so I was panicked. I make less than $40 an hour for that extra hour of work, so it wasn't worth it. I remember my friend isn't that far from the daycare, so I asked if she can pick up my son. She said sure and picked him up to her house until I could get there. I picked him up and she already had dinner ready and asked me to join them.
Aww.
And I felt weird refusing, so I stayed. Afterwards, we sat on the couch a bit and she is still working and brought her laptop to join me. I asked her why she was working so late and she laughed and admitted she got a massage midday, so she wants to make up the work. I was shocked and asked her, how can work allow? And she said, they don't care as long as the work is done.
Yeah.
I told her she was insanely privileged, and she got annoyed and told me it was part of her work benefits, and her boss goes on a bike ride every day, so it's an expected thing to be able to do when working from home. I said, sure it is for her, but the rest of us would never even dream of something like that. She shrugged and said there was a downside to her work too.
Yeah.
And I admit I was kind of pissed she could not admit her privilege and said it's nothing compared to healthcare. And she got mad and told me if I didn't like it, I should just leave.
House. That's right.
Not complain how privileged she is.
That's right.
I left after that. She hasn't responded to our weekly morning walks. So I'm wondering if she is still mad. No shit, idiot.
Dummy.
I think she is dismissive and thinks leaving my job is so easy without more education or skills. But I know neither of us are privileged in the traditional sense, as neither of us are white or rich. So she probably doesn't feel like she is. That was the end.
That's well,
A bit anticlimactic, and you're the asshole.
you're the asshole. Like what? That's terrible. How's that? You chose you. She chose her, and now you mad because her is not what you chose. Is not what you want to do. They're gonna do her.
In the words
But that
of
makes
the
you
great
privileged?
Childish Gambino, don't be mad because I'm doing me better than you doing you.
Correct. What kind of shit is that? I don't like that at all.
Top comment, you're the asshole.
100%.
Your friend did you a favor and you repaid her with your bitter venom because you're
Correct.
jealous of her
Not just
job
that she
and
picked up
lifestyle.
your damn kid and made dinner. How about being a little grateful? Oh no, tell you.
How dare you help me and feed me,
Jeez.
you ingrate.
And still working. Still working.
Well, yeah, because you got a massage.
She's still working.
Must be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't. That's like I have no tolerance for that at all. No,
What do you recommend?
that's not your friend.
I told you.
These people
I
use
told
friends
you.
very loosely. That's not your friend.
An op in friend's clothing.
And that's just dumb. Like that's like a dummy though. Like you've now tapped into a resource that's there that helped you out when you were struggling there. Picked up your kid. You trust them with your kid, and they made you dinner. You know, like let you have like a little break from your chaotic schedule because your husband working. You ain't gotta feed the kid, get off work, all that stress and stuff, and then you gonna talk about how privileged they are. That's haterade. That's not friends don't do that. If you got friends like that, you're better off not having friends. That's all I have to say.
Dirty game.
Yeah. Bad human.
I got some more family drama.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for canceling my brother's wedding venue reservation after he uninvited me?
No.
Might have taken that one a little far.
Whoa.
I, 37-year-old male, have a younger brother, Tom, 26-year-old male, who's getting married in 3 months. A year ago, when he and his fiancée were planning their wedding, they were struggling to find an affordable venue. I own a vacation property with a large yard that's been used for a couple of small weddings before, so I offered it to him as a wedding venue rent-free. My only condition was that I wanted to be part of the wedding party, which he agreed to. Everything seemed fine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Last week, Tom and I got into a small argument. It really wasn't a big deal, but a couple of days later, he texted me and said he and his fiancée decided to downsize their wedding party, and I was no longer going to be a groomsman.
No.
I was shocked because I thought this was set in stone a year ago.
No.
I called him to ask what was going on, and he said it wasn't personal, just that they wanted to keep things small and intimate and didn't feel like they needed me in the wedding party. I was pretty hurt, but I didn't say anything at the time. Then it occurred to me, if I'm not important enough to be in his wedding, why should I host the wedding at my place? So I called him again and told him that since I wasn't going to be part of the wedding, they'd need to find another venue. Now, Tom and his fiancée are furious. They say they can't afford another venue at this point and that I'm ruining their big day. My parents are also upset and say I should just let it go and still host the wedding. I feel like I was doing them a huge favor, and they essentially uninvited me from being part of the most important day of their lives. I don't think I'm wrong to retract my offer, but now everyone's making me feel guilty. So, am I the asshole for canceling the venue?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It sucks. I can give you that. It sucks.
I'll tell you that's not like, But at the same time, you broke the contract. If you
I said, if I'm in the wedding, you got the venue.
Yeah.
Part of you getting the venue is me being in the wedding. By the way, you're no longer in the wedding and you're no longer getting the venue.
And then it sounds like they made it smaller. It's not like they got rid of all the wedding party. Now they had gotten rid of all the wedding party, kind of. I'm like,
Legitimate.
you kind of have to like discuss that a little bit, right? But if you still have a wedding party and you took your brother out of it, and then you still want the venue for the free, another thing would be, well, since I'm not in the wedding party and you broke the contract and I don't want to ruin your day, it's going to cost X, Y, Z.
That probably would have been even rougher.
That's what I would do.
You about your paper. I like it.
It's like you broke the contract. But being the nice person that I am.
So one person said, why did you need to offer to loan out your vacation house to be in the wedding? Because that's a weird stipulation to make to your brother. OP said, my brother and I have had a little bit of a rocky relationship most of his life. Our age difference has always been an awkward amount, and I think he's jealous of my success in life too. He's done okay, but I've climbed the corporate ladder pretty quickly in finance, and I think a lot of girls he's dated have had crushes on me, being his older brother and the more successful one, and that bothers him. He picks small things to get mad at me about because of his jealousy, and I felt like if I made it a condition of lending out my place, he would let me be in his wedding. Is he more successful? You're 11 years older, bro. The dude's 26.
Yeah.
Give him 11 more years, he might be in the same place.
You're an asshole, but not for that action. That sounds like there's some more stuff in there. I was thinking, like if someone comes to me and they're looking for something, right, but they don't want a hand me down, like a gift, you just give them something. It's like, you know what? Since I'm in the wedding anyhow, I'm not gonna charge you. Like I thought it was like that kind of thing, like an offer
he said
of grace.
I'll give you the venue, but I got to be in the wedding.
Yeah, I get it, but that's so that you don't feel bad about me giving you something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. It was conditional.
What did you get into an argument about? He got upset at me because he thinks I don't do enough with our parents, but I travel for my job, so it's harder for me to be there in person. I also help them out financially, which he never considers as helping out. They haven't saved as much as they probably should and are getting closer to retirement, so I help them out with some bills so they can put more into their 401k accounts instead, but I guess that isn't enough. He always finds something to say I'm doing wrong. Are you still invited to the wedding? OP says, technically he only said I'm not in the wedding party, but it feels like such a slap in the face at this point, and it definitely feels like he doesn't want me there. I'll try to talk to him again to see what the real issue is, because downsizing seems like BS.
Yeah.
Update. I was having a hard time believing my brother when he told me they were downsizing the wedding party just to make it more intimate. But that's all he kept saying when I would ask for the real reason. In all honesty, my brother and I aren't that close, which I'm sure is obvious from my last post. After my emotions settled down a bit, I told my brother I wanted to talk to him. He wasn't responding to me, so I said I wanted to talk to him about potentially letting them still use my vacation house. Not totally the truth, but it seemed like a good way to get him to talk.
Damn.
He finally responded but said I couldn't come over. He would only meet me somewhere public, which seemed weird. We ended up meeting at a bar late last night that I like near my place, and I straight up just asked him why he was really kicking me out of his wedding, and I would only consider letting them use my vacation house if he told me the truth. He was getting pretty fidgety and looking away from me and finally told me the truth. Apparently, his fiance heard that I may do a bit of cocaine here and there for fun, and she told him that she didn't want a crackhead in her wedding.
Oh.
He said he actually kind of agreed with her and was disappointed in what I was doing.
Oh.
I told him if I'm too much of a crackhead to be there, then they really shouldn't want to use a crackhead's house for their wedding.
Facts.
And I left.
Facts.
I don't really see how it impacts them what I do in my free time.
Oh, boy.
But I really don't care to be there now if that's what they think of me.
Yep.
I haven't said a word to him since then, but I'm guessing I won't be hearing from him again soon.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be a drug addict, OP says. I do coke maybe a handful of times a year, recreationally, with some people that I party with. Obviously, this gossip traveled through the grapevine where circles overlapped and got to them somehow. I wasn't discovered because I'm an addict. Like some have said, it's more common than you think. You'd be surprised who does it.
Oh.
You do have a lot of energy sometimes.
No, I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. I have energy. That's who you married.
Okay.
Oh no. Ooh, that's a strange thing.
Strange dynamic.
That's a strange thing.
So this is how you know their relationship is trash.
It's trash.
I heard you do cocaine.
Yeah. That's my brother. Hey, you doing that shit?
Bro, you on that shit?
Exactly.
Is you on that shit?
Yes.
My boy, is you on that? You on that shit?
Yeah. What you doing? Don't be bringing that shit around me. I wouldn't want to. If you were really if you truly what he said.
But he made a point.
He made the biggest point.
If I'm a crackhead,
truly did not want to be around the crackhead, you wouldn't want to use the residence of a crackhead.
I would never get married at a crackhead's house.
Ever.
I've seen Tyrone Biggums. I'm not doing it.
I don't want none of that. Oh.
I think what we're learning is that family relationships are complicated. Family relationships are tough.
They are.
Family relationships are toxic.
I was gonna bring up that thing that I had talked about before. I forgot the quote now. Oh, blood is thicker than water.
Is it?
But what the real meaning is, though, it's not like people use it. They misuse it. It's to say that like family is like, you know, the overarching. You have to because it's your like blood or whatever. I don't remember the right quote, but it's really like you choose other people, like other relationships.
Put the fries in the bag, bro. What is the point?
I can't remember it. Now I have to go look it up.
Please do. The classmates are waiting.
Yeah, I'll talk about it next time. Blood thicker than water.
I decided to spice up our marriage. I did something bold and freaky to convince my wife Irene to play along.
Okay.
While wife was at work, I cleaned the house, tossed those Dollar Tree rose petals in the path that led to our bedroom. I lit her favorite scented candles.
All
I had
right.
DoorDashed food. When wifey arrived, we ate. We showered. Then I led her to our bed where my naked ex, Lilac, was waiting,
What?
blindfolded.
Oh no.
I told my wife, let's do something nasty.
Oh no.
Wife dropped her towel, backed out of the room, and returned with a skillet. Butt naked, she beat the hell out of me. Lilac jumped out the second floor window to escape. I'm healing okay, but I'm not sure if I should remain with such a violent, unstable woman. Advice?
Oh,
See, now you stay.
that one's good.
You stay getting in trouble because you
That's
laugh. You laugh at domestic violence. Now they don't got on you before. Every time a man get beats, you laughing.
I'm not condoning any domestic violence, but that probably been my reaction. It was such a good start off. I'm like, oh, clean the house. Oh, that's my kind of jam.
You didn't hear me when I said. You didn't hear when I said toxic confession.
Man,
What you
I was
thought was gonna happen?
going to happen there? Oh my! Oh, she went. So what, you was sitting up there waiting? She come back in with the skillet. Oh, that's funny.
And that's it.
Oh, that was.
Told you I had stories to get to. I
see.
ain't had time to waste.
I see you did. Oh, look at that. Now you got me stuck on that quote.
You want to look it up?
Yeah, I can't remember it. I forget what it means.
While we wait for Mrs. Sawyer. I warned Spoonie not to play games with my heart or my money. Those are my rules. Spoonie promised to leave his wife for me, so I left my boyfriend. I got us an extended stay hotel room while we found a place to rent. I cleaned out my joint bank account and gave Spoonie $2,609 for a down payment on an apartment. He met me at the hotel to pick up the money. I went to work. He said he was going to put the money on our apartment, but he never came back. I saw him on Snapchat at the airport with his wife. He never left her, and they're vacationing with my money. My ex-boyfriend warned me not to come back. I may have to sleep in my car soon. Revenge ideas needed. Hurry. Let's go on and let that one go. You're a bad human.
Bad.
You're trash.
All over just bad.
You met someone else who was trash. You tried to trash it up together, and you got
just bad.
shitted on.
Yeah. You got what you was getting. So I found a quote.
Please.
The full quote is, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
That's completely different than what people say.
Exactly. It means that the relationships people choose are stronger than those they're born into.
That is not what that saying has been.
I told
it has
you.
Been,
I remember.
It has come to be know the exact opposite.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
But when you think about it, it's like, oh my goodness, that is so right. That's so true.
Thank you for finding that one for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll discuss that in another episode.
Oh yeah. That one sit with me for a while there. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's the reason why you're saying these family dynamics, there's so much things, because I think they're like forced. It has to be kind of like this thing. Mm-hmm. They just might not vibe with like that. Okay. Yeah.
Take us out.
Oh. Bye.
Deuces. Like, follow, and subscribe. 5-star reviews. 5 and 5. That's 10. It's different. When I do it, it's 5 and 5. When you do it, it's 10. Okay, now it's 5. That's 5. 5. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth.